Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be solving this Leetcode problem 217, which is contains duplicate. In this, you are given an array of integers and you have to return true if there is at least one element that is appearing at least two times. Say for in this example, 2 is appearing two times, so you just return true. And if all the elements are distinct, you just return false. Okay, so what do you think? How to approach this problem? So let's think of brute force. I'll just use the same example. One, two, three, two. So what you can do is you could just simply check each number with every other number to see if both are equal or not. Say for an example, right now you are at element 1 and then you will compare 1 with 2 if they are check if they are equal or not. Since they are not equal, then check 1 with 3, then check 1 with 2, they are not equal. Then your first element becomes 2. Then you check this 2 with each other element. Is 2 equal to 3? No, it's not. If is 2 equal to? Yes, it is. So in this case, you just return true from here. If you notice, I'll just write the pseudocode. Basically, you will be running in a loop from I equal to 0 to n minus 1. Another loop from j equal to I plus 1 all the way to n minus 1. And if at any time, if I and j nums is same, you just return true. Otherwise, you just go and at the end, you just return false when the elements are distinct. And if you notice, the time complexity would be this is the one loop, this is the second loop, so it would be O of n square, and the space complexity would be of 1 as I'm not using any space in this one, right? So can you do better than this? Let's think. Yes, you can do. How? I'll just use the same example which is here. So this is the array given to you, right? What happens if you sort the array? If you notice when I sort the array, you notice that all the elements that are same, they are just neighbor to each other, right? So in this case, what you can do is you could just iterate the array from left to right, and you can just compare each element to its left. If it's same, then you could just return true. Say for in this example, there is no left, so you just ignore the element, the first element. You go to this index, you just check if this 2 is equal to the left of its neighbor, it's not. You move to the next element, you go to this 2, you check if this 2 is equal to the left of its neighbor. Yes, it's the same, so you just return 2 from here. You just return true in this case. So basically, what you will do is whatever the array is given to you, you will just first sort, and when you sort the array, you will just sort the array, then you will just run a loop all the way from 1 to n minus 1, and if at any time if nums I is equal to nums I minus 1, so it means you have found the answer, so we'll just return true. Otherwise, you will keep on going all the way to the left, and if you found nothing, so it means all the elements are distinct, so you return false. What's the time complexity of this one? You are using sort. This sort method is n log n in Java, right? And then you're just running a loop, so it's n log n plus n, which resolves to n log n. So what's the space complexity? Are you using any space? No. This n log n, this sort method doesn't use any space internally in Java, so the space complexity is of 1. Now the question is, can you still do better than this? Okay, let me write the same test case again. Okay, so if you have to go from n log n to O of n, then you have to increase the space, right? Or you could just come up with a better algorithm. In this case, I think I'll use the space. So we'll use HashSet, right, to store all the numbers. How? Let's see. So when you are at 1, you will just check, have you seen this one before or not? You haven't seen? So you just put this one in your hash set, right? Then you will come to 2. You will check, have you seen this 2 before or not? You haven't seen this 2 before, right? It's not present in your hash set here. So you will simply put this element in your hash set, move on to the next element, 3. You will just check again. Have you seen this 3 in your hash set? No, you haven't seen. So you will just you will just put this element in your hash set and move to the next element. So then you will check, has I seen this 2 in my hash set or not? Yes, you have seen it before. So it means it's a duplicate. So you could just return true, right? Okay. So the pseudocode would be something like you would be using a hash set, right? So we'll just declare a hash set here of integer hash set, and okay, I'll just I'm just declaring the hash set here, and then you will just iterate from I equal to 0 to n minus 1, and for each number you will just check if hash set dot contains whatever is the current number. Okay, if you have seen, then you just return the true. And remember, you have to put this element in the hash set. Okay, this is a very important step. You have to put the current element into the hash set so that it's there in the hash set so that you can check when you get the same element. And in the end, you just have to return false if your code never comes to this place. So it means all the elements are distinct. Now I'll just show you this code in the lead on the Leetcode. So if you see my screen, I'm on the Leetcode website. I'll just use the same algorithm, the last algorithm. I'll just create the hash set here, right? And for each number, okay, uh, I'll just iterate each number. I'll see if my hash set contains the number. If it contains, I'll return true. Otherwise, I'll just put this number in my hash set. Okay. In the end, I'll just return false, which will essentially happens when all the elements are distinct. So I'll just try to submit this code. Okay. So I'm just submitting its code. Yes. So if you notice, the time complexity of this code would be O of n, as I'm just running a loop from left to right for all the numbers. And the space complexity is also O of n, because at max I'll be storing all the numbers in the hash set, and there could be n elements in total. So the space complexity would be O of n. So this is all. Thank you, guys.